For many of us, mornings can be stressful. An annoying alarm pulls us out of our sleep. We reluctantly get out of bed, still feeling drowsy. We drink our coffee while scrolling on our phones, and then we have to rush to get to work on time. A stressful morning can have a negative ripple effect and spoil an entire day. But by making small tweaks to our morning routines, we can start the day with a strong sense of purpose and feeling more connected to ourselves, connecting to other people and in sync with life, and then bring all that positive energy with us as we go through the day. And that's exactly what the Ikigai morning routine is about. If you don't know, Ikigai is an ancient Japanese philosophy that is said to be one of the main reasons for the happiness and longevity. The word Ikigai translates to what makes life worth living, or that which gives your life meaning and purpose. Iki means to live or alive, and Gai means reason or worth. One of the best definitions I found comes from a Japanese psychologist. I'm going to read it to you. His name is Michiko Kumano, and he says Ikigai is a state of well-being that arises from devotion to activities one enjoys, which also brings a sense of fulfillment. Basically, your Ikigai is what you love, what you deeply care about, what makes you lose track of time, what gives you a reason to get out of bed in the morning. It's not a goal or something you seek, it's something you feel. And it's not the popular Venn diagram that has been mistakenly associated with Ikigai, which stipulates that purpose is found at the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what you can get paid for, and what the world needs. Although I love this diagram and I even use it in coaching, but it's not Ikigai. Or the only portion of this diagram that could be Ikigai is what you love. Your Ikigai doesn't have to be something you get paid for, although what you get paid for could be your Ikigai if it's something you enjoy and something that's meaningful to you. To have an idea of what your Ikigai is, you can maybe think of moments in your life, big or small, when you felt really good and when maybe you thought, this moment is perfect. Maybe it was the sight of a colorful sunset, or catching the perfect wave, or playing a song you like on the guitar, or maybe having a deep conversation with your partner or a friend. Those moments that feel good and meaningful are all sources of Ikigai. They are what makes life worth living. So let's see 5 simple ways you can incorporate Ikigai into your morning routine. The first important thing to bring Ikigai into your morning routine is authenticity. You can't have Ikigai without authenticity. And authenticity requires feeling comfortable with yourself and feeling safe being yourself. It requires self-acceptance, self-respect, self-compassion, and self-esteem. A beautiful practice that can help us be more authentic is morning pages. It's an exercise created by Julia Cameron. And it's to write 3 pages in your journal, so it must be handwritten, not on your computer, first thing in the morning. Julia Cameron also recommends using these prompts. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. This is what I want more of. This is what I want less of. This practice can help you tap into your true desires and needs and better understand yourself, and even, I would say, deepen your connection to yourself, which then helps to cultivate radical self-acceptance. Another central idea to Ikigai is pleasure or joy, or devotion to the things you love. What do you love and enjoy that you could incorporate into your morning routine? Personally, there are 3 main things that bring me joy in the morning. The first one is my coffee, a latte. I make my own almond milk and then I blend it with fresh dates to sweeten it, and then I pass it through something, I don't even know how to call it, and it takes about 15 minutes to make my coffee in the morning, but it's worth it. I could just make a filter coffee with some milk and sugar to save time, but my special latte tastes so much better and it's also more nutritious. The second thing that makes me happy in the morning is waking up without an alarm. And the third thing that brings me joy is reading. So I read for about 1 to 2 hours in the morning. I don't look at my phone. I don't even think of anything I have to do that day until after I finish reading. And because of these 3 things, I love mornings. Every morning as I drink my coffee and read a book, I do think this moment is just perfect. So can you think of 1 to 3 things that you could incorporate into your morning routine that bring you joy? Our values are another very central pillar of Ikigai. The things we value are what makes life meaningful. Have you ever taken the time to identify your top 3 values? Because it's by identifying them and then designing your life around them that you'll feel deeply satisfied with your life. For example, one of my most important values is freedom. Freedom of time, to be more specific. And that's another reason why taking 2 hours in the morning to read a book, drink my coffee, and relax is so important to me. It makes me so happy. It's because it's aligned with my value of freedom and time freedom. If one of your most important values is family, perhaps you could find ways to bond with your family in the morning, like maybe having breakfast together. And if creativity is important to you, then maybe you can take a few minutes to journal or draw or play an instrument. I'll put a list of values on the screen that you can use for inspiration. Community is a very common source of Ikigai, and that's because humans are social animals. And a big part of what gives our lives meaning are our relationships. So how can we bring community to our mornings? In the book Awakening Your Ikigai, the author suggests to say good morning and make eye contact, maybe with your partner or with your kids. And if no one is around, you can say good morning to yourself while looking at yourself in the mirror as you brush your teeth. Or another simple way to connect with someone is simply to write a nice comment on your friend's Facebook post or Instagram post. Or you could also take a minute or two to journal about how grateful you are for someone in your life. It could be a friend, your partner, a family member, and just that will enhance your sense of connection to others. And the fifth pillar of the Ikigai morning routine is being fully here now. It's about being fully present when you shower, when you prepare and eat your breakfast, or even when you just make your bed or brush your teeth. Eckhart Tolle even says that true enjoyment comes from being fully present, like immersed in what we're doing, even for the most mundane task like washing dishes. He says that true enjoyment is not related to the nature of the task, but how we do it. And based on this idea, then it makes sense that being fully present or being mindful is essential to Ikigai. So it's about bringing more mindfulness and more presence to everything we do in our morning routine. So to summarize, to bring Ikigai into our morning routines implies being authentic, honoring our values, honoring what we love, connecting with other people, and also doing all these things with deep presence. And over time, as you make Ikigai part of your morning routine, then it becomes more like a habit and you do it naturally without having to think about it. Thank you very much for watching until the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I wish you a beautiful day, and I'll see you next week.